The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Morning Market Kickoff with your host, Tommy O'Brien. Now, Tommy O'Brien.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Tommy O'Brien, coming to you live from TFNN, 8:30 a.m. Wednesday morning, 60 minutes to go until that opening bell. 30 minutes is on my mind, folks, because 30 minutes to go until Larry Pesavento's webinar coming up. That's why I said it. Still time to sign up at the front page of TFNN.com, folks. They're getting ready in that room. They go live in 30 minutes at 9 a.m. The markets go live in 60 minutes. Right now, we'll check in. S&P's positive by 5 points. We're trading at 37.07 right now. You get the NASDAQ negative by 11, 12,625. The Dow catching a bit up 82 points, 30,253. And the Russell up by 12 points at 1929. Jumping around to commodities, crude up 26 cents right now at 45.86. We were above $46 just recently. Bitcoin falling off a bit. We were under 18,000. Talk about some volatility here. We're now off $490 at 18,320. Gold contract falling off a bit. We reached 18.79 yesterday. We're down about $11 at 18.63 right now. You got silver off 27 cents right now at 24.46. And notes and bonds, a little bit of a reversal, heading maybe towards those lows that we had just on Friday. I mean, look at this. We've given up 14, 15 ticks from the highs we had yesterday. Right now, we're sitting with the 10-year off 9 ticks at 137.17. The 30-year off 27 ticks at 127.07. Backing it up to the 10-year. You put it on a daily, and man, we're teetering right towards the lower end of this consolidation we've been in since basically March. Remarkable, right? You made it up to a higher end of about 139.29, the lower boundary line of about 137.09, and zooming it in on the recent action, you see the market's just teetering on that lower end of the consolidation in that 10-year. Jumping over to the VIX this morning, volatility index 2018. Do we got a 19 handle? Maybe we do. Backing it up to November 27th. We got a 19 handle on November 27th, but check this out, folks. Put it on a 10-day. Yeah, that was basically one print. Beyond that, we have not. Maybe there was a 1997 print on Friday. But look at this drop, folks. We might get the real first trade in terms of more than just one tick with a 19 handle in the VIX since February 21st. That's what we're flirting with right now, folks. 2017 on the VIX, and you haven't traded with a 19 handle going back to February 21st. Remarkable. But that's where we are, folks. All right, jumping around to some of the stories we got going on in terms of news out there. We'll start it off with, how about stimulus? Seems like a good place to start. Mnuchin. He's pitching a $916 billion relief plan. The Secretary of the Treasury, including state aid. That's bigger than the bipartisan $908 billion deal. I would wonder how the specifics of those two deals shake out. $8 billion difference, but my guess would be that the details within that almost $1 trillion relief plan on two sides differs quite a bit. Nonetheless, you have Mnuchin presenting that COVID-19 relief proposal to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi in the first move by the Trump administration since Election Day to get into the negotiations. So that was made to Pelosi at 5 p.m. Eastern time yesterday on a phone call. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and House Republican Leader Kevin McCarthy, a joint proposal from the White House. Okay, so it's the White House getting into the fray. That's coming from whether it's the Senate leader and the House Republican leader. Mnuchin said he conferred with President Trump, whose support will be needed to gather GOP votes. We'll see how that shakes out in the forefront. What do we got? Where's my not my Airbnb. We got a lot of IPOs going on here. Well, there's the stimulus. Yeah, I was going to talk about DoorDash. There we go. DoorDash. How about it, folks? $102. They were originally talking about $90 to $95. They're going to raise about $4 billion, I believe, is the number. Where are they? How much are they pushing out? Where are they? Come on. How do they not say it right at the top? Yeah, so it's valuing the company at $38.7 billion. They previously were going to push it out at 90 to 95. Yeah, and check this out. Through the first 9 months of 2020, DoorDash's order volume climbed to 16.5 billion from 5.5 billion a year earlier. Talk about an acceleration on these companies, and I think it was $4 or $5 billion that they're raising on that IPO, one of the biggest IPOs of the year. And Airbnb, they're coming as well, $3.1 billion IPO. Markets at all-time highs, folks. It is a good time to be IPOing stocks, and just remarkable when you think of the fact. I mean, look at this Uber run, right? Uber is going to open flat today. I went over this a couple days ago, I think Monday. Check out this A to B, C to D, folks. Almost to the dollar, full 53.48. You got an A to B leg, 13.71. The highs of June at 38.78. And you want to see something cool, folks. How much of a retracement did we do? How about a 382 retracement almost to the dollar? 29.14. We come in at 28.48. You see it's just a little bit of a candle that makes it below, and we take off to the top side, completing that A to B, C to D. Quite a run for Uber. Disney, pretty similar story. If you look at where we were on Disney, and I'm going to pull up real quick, folks, a chart that I talked about for Disney. Let me find it. There we go. So this was a chart I had in my newsletter going back to, I'm going to expand it, July 14th. The world was a different place on July 14th. The market was especially a different place on July 14th. Folks, the power of ABCs, the power of Fibonacci's. Larry's going to be going over this in some of his live trading today, I'm sure. Okay? Fibonacci's for sure. Now, number one, you got an A to B, C to D. And I put this in the newsletter when we initiated a position in Disney back in the middle of July. All right? We're saying, hey, look at number one, you get a 382 pullback, which I like. Natural retracement within a stronger run to the upside. If you're pulling back to the downside, it's natural retracement. In a move higher, you pull back a 382. The A to B leg is 46. The C to D leg, you'd add the 46 to the C point. That would bring you to 154.75, folks. Folks, it's not a coincidence. Look where we were yesterday. 154.88. You're talking about pennies away from that A to B, C to D completion. There's power in Fibonacci numbers, folks. Check out Larry's webinar. It begins in 23 minutes from right now on the front page of TFNN.com. But remarkable action on those Fibonacci numbers. Uber's had quite a run. You see the acceleration in those ride delivery companies. Okay, jumping around to what else we got going on. This one caught my eye. FireEye. They are a cybersecurity firm who is having problems protecting the cybersecurity of their own servers. Tough one here, folks. You have FireEye falling after they announced, after the close yesterday, a detail of a cyber attack that they think is state-sponsored. They were talking about Russia in there. Should not be that big of a surprise, but they said the attack is unusually sophisticated, highly trained in operational security, and executed with discipline and focus. Yeah, they're trying to gloss over the fact that they are. Let's look at what FEYE, first FireEye, okay? That was yesterday, 15.52. Here's a look at the action overnight, down to 13.29. We're going to open a $1.50. You're talking about almost 10%. You're going to open down lower, folks. And the reason why I bring it out, you pull up the Analyze tab, you look at their fundamentals. What do? They provide intelligence-based cybersecurity solutions to allow organizations to prepare for, prevent, respond to, and remediate cyber attacks. Folks, they can't even protect their own service. How are they going to protect your service? Of course you're going to be dealing with state actors. I mean, if you're a Fortune 500 company, you want to be employing a company that's going to be able to combat the best of the best, not say, well, these people were really good because they're state-sponsored, so they got into all our servers. Tough day, tough battle for FireEye, down about 10%. Stay tuned, folks. Come back right after the break.
This is Tom O'Brien. Do you have broken or unwanted jewelry, diamonds, watches, coins, silverware, and other collectibles that you would like to turn into cash? Tiger Precious Metals and Stones will pay fair market value. We make it easy to turn your precious metals that are sitting around in your house into cash. Call Andy now at 727-329-8245, and he will walk you through our safe and secure process. Andy has been in the business buying and selling precious metals for over 50
TFNN has just launched our Tiger Dollar Holiday Sale. For a limited time, we've doubled all the Tiger Dollar bonuses, where you can now get up to a 20, 30, or even a 40% bonus on your Tiger Dollar purchase. Tiger Dollars are good for all TFNN newsletters, webinars, and services, and never expire. Whether you're a current subscriber or just thinking of signing up for any TFNN products in the future, this is a great time to get your Tiger Dollars. Happy holidays from all of us at TFNN.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We got markets hanging in positive territory. The Nasdaq slightly in the red by 16 points right now. We got the S&Ps positive by 6, Dow positive by 92 points, Russell positive by 12 points. A lot of strength across this market, dealing with a lot of financial woes in terms of the raw numbers. Economic activity right now doesn't mean that'll be the case in 3, 6, 9 months from right now. Jumping around to earnings. We'll start it off with Campbell's Soup. Profit of $1.02 a share, an 11-cent beat. Revenue topping forecast as well. They've raised their quarterly dividend, and the shares are trading higher this morning. CPB is their symbol. Now, you think about it, folks. I have a friend that works for Campbell's Soup, and at first I said to them, things are going well, right? Everybody's locked down. They're doing a lot of shopping. But as we all know now, there's a lot of different variables to play into things. So when you're in Campbell's Soup, my friend is actually in the sales division, dealing with hospitality. Right? Hotels, restaurants is what his business is. Very, very difficult, as they sell a lot of product too when you're talking about restaurants, hotels, etc. So look at this. I mean, strong numbers. You're seeing this across the board, folks. Strong numbers, and it's trading lower. We're at 48.26. You're trading at 48 right now. Conference call just began at 8:30 when we jumped on the air for Campbell's Soup. Chewy out with their numbers. Again, a story of strong numbers and trading lower. So they lost 8 cents a share for the quarter. The market was looking for 13 cents. They beat on revenue, and they issued an upbeat outlook. Wow, that must mean the stock is trading higher, right? Wrong. It's trading down 50 cents. Look at the volatility on their numbers last night. Conference call began at about 5 p.m. Eastern time. Look at that volatility. The first reaction was, oh my goodness, a beat. The second reaction was, well, of course it's a beat, because this stock just went from $20 to $80 from the lows of March. And even pre-COVID, folks, we started the year off at about $28, $29 maybe for Chewy. We're trading at $80, so you're going to open about flat for this equity. We'll see how it opens, though, on the 9:30 bell. As we see in some of these stocks, the real action begins, folks, when the volume starts flying, when those markets open, and we decide, we get to see, actually, who is going to really put their money behind buying or selling for some of these equities following their earnings. FireEye, we discussed. They're dealing with their woes this morning. Can't imagine a sales call, to tie it back, where they're trying to pitch you that they will protect your company as they're talking about that they can't protect themselves against state actors because they were just too good to protect against. Tough deal there. Hasbro They got a new buy rating in coverage at Citi, which notes Hasbro's strong brand portfolio and its ability to integrate its toy brands into movies and digital offerings, right? You're talking about Star Wars, maybe. What else is out there? Hasbro getting a little bit of a lift this morning on that upgrade. You go to 41. We're trading at 89 this morning. We're going to open at almost about 91, 92 on a little bit of an upgrade for Hasbro. GameStop out with their numbers last night as well. We'll jump to the chart, folks. Check out this action on GameStop. Talk about some volatility. God bless whoever was buying that stock at 18.30 last night, because you lost about $5 overnight. We're down to 13.88 right now. Tough go for GameStop. Quarterly loss, and this is where quarterly loss of 53 cents a share. The market thought they were going to lose 85 cents a share. Revenue below forecasts, however. Yes, below estimates, however. The pandemic closing stores and competition from digital game sellers intensifying. I don't know how this stock competes, folks. I am not a consumer in the video game industry anymore. Haven't bought a console in a while. Maybe I'll buy one of those new PlayStations, one of the new Microsofts. It would make sense if you're going to buy one, right? You get ahead, you get in at the beginning of that cycle of the console was the word I was looking for, as in you buy the console early on. Maybe I will, but I don't know how GameStop competes, folks. If I was going to buy one, I'd probably pull up Amazon, Walmart, Target, buy one there. Not sure I'd walk into GameStop or pull up GameStop. Can't you buy the games online too? I don't know. What's their business plan? I don't know. You know what, folks? The market does not know either. I mean, quite the run this thing has had, but you want to see some Max Payne, folks? Yeah. Okay, it doesn't look as rosy there. We're going to open at 14 today, so there we are on the chart. You know, well off the lows when we thought this thing was going to go BK, but we'll see how they compete. It's going to be a tough one going forward for GameStop. Okay, what else we got going on? McDonald's, they're dealing with a little bit of woes on their franchisees as they might cut a $300 a month subsidy to offset some of the toys, and franchisees are saying, well, if you cut that subsidy, we're going to raise the prices. McDonald's, folks, strong company. There's your long-term chart for McDonald's, right? Talk about some woes during COVID, putting it on a daily. And we had a little bit of a consolidation here. We're below that trend. We've been looking at this in Rocket Equities and Options. Maybe we'll see that get back into that channel line. That's what you'd like to see if you're a bull in McDonald's, but strong company going forward. They're going nowhere. And speaking of stocks going nowhere, folks, Roku. They got a price target at Citi. How about $375 from $220? I think we're trading at about $320 right now. So Citi a little late to the party. They had a $220 price target on this stock. Yeah, we're trading at $306, and on that heel, we're going to trade this morning at about $315. Remarkable. Folks, we were just trading at $200 November 3rd, and we're going to open at $315 in Roku, let alone the lows of $58. I got Rokus all over my house, folks, all right? I bought them once. I don't pay for anything, but guess what? They're probably trying to charge ads that get served to me as a consumer. So meanwhile, I'm not paying anything additional, right? But they get to use me as a consumer, and I do see whether it's the apps in the platform, however it is, this stock strong like bull. There's your pop this morning. Going to open almost $10 higher again on Roku shares. Jumping around to some of the other streamers, as I mentioned, Disney. Check out that pop in Disney we got from 154. We're up at about 156.12 right now, and then jumping up to the S&P. 3707 right now, jumping over to some of the other FANG stocks. We'll start it off with Netflix in terms of streaming. Netflix shares yesterday, a little bit of a woes. We're open a little bit lower today. Got check in on Amazon shares. Amazon basically flat at 3173. And let's check in on the man, the myth himself, Mr. Elon Musk. Folks, we're talking about all these IPOs, right? So remarkable in terms of what we're talking about here, just to jump back. So we're talking about DoorDash. They're selling at 102, and I think they are raising like $4 billion. Airbnb is raising 3.1. Well, Tesla just raised $5 billion, and the stock is trading higher. Gotta love Elon, man. So they do a $5 billion offering. The stock tanks for about 15 minutes. I'm exaggerating, but we finished positive yesterday on the day, and folks, we're up again today at 650, 351. When this will stop, nobody knows, but be careful, folks. Be careful, because we just went from 270 to 650 on basically nothing but the fact that they decided to split their shares and then they got added to the S&P 500. I don't know, folks. We'll see. But they got a cult following. Be careful of that stock for sure. All right, jumping around to some other stocks. Let's check in on commodities real quick. This is the gold contract, putting in a little shorter time frame. Gold catching a little bit of a bid off those lows at 630. We're trading at about 1865 right now. Talked about crude, right near $46. That crude market has been strong, man. You put this on a daily. Look at that consolidation we had in crude, and we are above that level. And we've been above that level for a solid almost 2 weeks now, which is remarkable. Same thing, you back it up to notes, right? Notes and bonds. I mean, look at this run. We're right near this lower end. We'll see what happens, folks. But a lot of interesting areas setting up across the market. As I mentioned, folks, still time to sign up. The front page at TFNN.com. In 10 minutes, Mr. Larry Pesavento kicking things off with his live trading webinar. Still time to sign out. That will be archived, too, if you can't sign up. Stay tuned. We'll be right back, folks.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Bam!
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. S&P is positive by 6, NASDAQ negative by 6, the Dow positive by 99 points, and the Russell positive by 12, folks. Quite the remarkable market we have seen since November. You're talking about, folks, almost 500 S&P points from the month of November. It's going to be a dicey scenario when we've had 500 in S&P points in basically 5 weeks. That's 100 S&P points a week, folks. You're going to wait? Is everyone going to wait for the final? How many trading days we got left in this year? We got 2 this week, 5 next week. Things get a little dicey with Christmas and New Year's. The week after that, folks, next week is the last full week of trading before we get holiday trading. Remarkable as you get into that. So we'll see how this goes. Nonetheless, fast markets across the board to the upside. A lot of optimism in this market in the future. I said before, folks, there's almost no time like this time where the economic indicators of the current environment are so harsh and the promise of a better future is so clear. Yet here we are, and that's why we have such a market like we've never seen before. So the S&P is up by 6. Dow up by 99. As I mentioned, folks, still time to sign up on the front page of TFNN for Larry's course. And also, whether you're going to Larry's webinar or not, Tiger Dollar sale runs through next weekend, December 20th. You can get up to a 40% bonus on your purchase. Folks, if you're a member of the Tiger's Den, if you're a member of the Gold Report, TAS Profile Scanner, Rocket Equities and Options, the opening call by Mr. Basil Chapman. You got a treat, by the way. Basil, he's coming up filling in for Larry next, so stay tuned for that. Buy some Tiger Dollars, folks. Go try out some of those newsletters. Tiger Dollars, they never expire. You still get a 30-day money-back guarantee when you sign up for new products. You use your Tiger Dollars, you're not happy, we'll refund those Tiger Dollars to your account. You can use them however you want. They never expire, fully transferable. So check it out, folks, on the front page of TFNN.com. And we'll finish it off with mortgage rates. How about a 14th record low of the year, driving even more refinance demand? Mortgage applications to purchase a home fell 5%, but to refinance rose 2%. And we're looking at 2.9%, folks, for a 30-year. Craziness. Stay tuned, folks. We got Basil Chapman. He's coming up next, filling in for Larry. We'll be right back.